Hey there, Cancer. Welcome to your reading. This is a bonus reading. We're going to see what your next step should be between now and the end of the year or something like that. I don't know. We'll see. In your first row here, we're going to see what is coming in for you at this time. And you have this messenger card and this mortality card, and which is very interesting. I do feel there literally could be messages coming in for you. I feel like that mortality card could be like you realizing that we don't live here forever, that you need to kind of, make some moves here or, do something to move forward in your life. Something's motivating you here is what I would say. I feel, I don't know, Cancer. It just feels very motivational, much more like driven energy. Even the Knight of Wands can be, a very driven kind of energy. And it's like sometimes I think in life things happen and or we see something happen in the world and it kind of like motivates us to action. And again, you have the Emperor, which is a very motivated, driven type of energy. He's ready to go at a moment's notice. He's ready to take action on, whatever it is that he wants to create. In the first row here, you have the World, the Seven of Wands, and the Queen of Swords. So again, the World, look at all the two aces, by the way, love that. But the World literally could be saying that, again, something is happening in the world, or your world is kind of what I'm hearing. So there might be things happening around you where you're saying, well, I can't live forever. So it's time for me to make a move or kind of get to work on this project or whatever it is you're doing, doesn't matter. And I feel like you're no longer waiting around. I almost feel this is one of those readings that I would say is more about doing things on purpose. It's like saying that you are doing things on purpose. You're not just, it's like you're not just doing things just to do them, and I feel like you're much more cautious with your time. I kind of feel like this is a good thing. You have the Seven of Wands here. Seven of Wands is a card of conviction. It says when you know that something is for you, then it is for you. So when you believe something so deeply that you will have it, then you will have it, whatever it is. It's like a card of, burning your boats, as some people say. So I feel for a lot of you, this is just you being committed to accomplishing something. With the Queen of Swords here, I feel you see clearly the actions you need to take. She has clouds only halfway up her body. It's pretty simple. I mean, we go this way, Nine of Cups to the Emperor. It's like you see the actions you need to take to, be successful or to have your Nine of Cups, which is total fulfillment. Even going this way with the Justice card, it's like you are understanding something here, maybe about balance, or it's like you're wanting to balance things out in your life. And this could be for... could be for any reason. Could be for more success in your life. It could be maybe you're just working yourself to the bone and you want to have more fun in life. Like whatever it is, I feel you're kind of making these changes. Let's see. With the World card, you have the Seven of Cups, two sevens. Two sevens is internal fears that don't exist. Pisces had something very similar. If you have Pisces in your chart, I would definitely watch that reading. I just feel that the one thing that could hold you back is your fears or the fears of the unknown. This row here is going to kind of represent the blockages and the solutions, of course, to the blockages. But you have that Two of Wands. And Two of Wands, he has a whole world in his hands, but it could be like he kind of is fearing the unknown. We'll talk about more of that there in that row. But still, I feel it's time to take action. With the Seven of Swords, you have the King of Swords here. I feel like this could be, again, this row is representing what's coming in for you to help you with your next steps, kind of. And I feel there could be an expert or a mentor, someone you look up to that could be very helpful. Gender doesn't matter. I always look at the King of Swords as a mentor. So, it could be someone who's very helpful. What I will say is I don't like these two together, the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords. So... but the funny thing I'm getting here is that I almost feel like you're letting go of something you have history with. It could be love, but does not have to be. I'm just getting the word like history or something like that. And so I feel for some of you, it's almost as if, you have the Six of Swords here, which would be letting go of the past, moving on to calmer shores. But, on the Six of Swords, the Six of Swords is very dramatic. They are, this woman and this child in the boat, they are leaving everything behind them. They are completely starting from scratch. They are going across those choppy waters just for the hopes of a brighter future. And like, here you go. You have the sun. So it looks to me like you're going to get your brighter future. But I feel like you are letting go of something you have history with. It could be like a job, a business, who knows, whatever. With the Queen of Swords, you have the Star. You see what you want now, is what I'd say. See, I think this is just a clarity reading, really. I mean, you have this, you have the Ace of Swords, the Sun. The Star is like having a North Star, having that one thing that kind of can guide you towards something that is much more successful or brings in more happiness and joy. You have this card that says joy on it in the end. So really, I feel like you're focusing on your happiness. Sorry. I have to cover this card up here, but it says entrepreneur on it if it wants to focus, and or it says entrepreneurship. So I feel like that some of you could be stepping into an entrepreneurship role. We're looking at what your next steps are what your actual next steps are in this row here. And so I feel like being an entrepreneur would be a good idea for you. I always say that I think we're in like an entrepreneurial time where it's like entrepreneurial energy, like true entrepreneurial energy is like nurturing something into existence, right? And so and you have the Ace of Wands, which, that could be creation. And it's like you're creating something. You have this card here that says find a little divinity in yourself. So I feel like you need to see like what is special about you. And that could lead to a lot of success. I look at these two. I do feel this could be love as well. So there could be love coming in here. You have the Ace of Wands, the Nine of Cups, and the Knight of Wands here. I kind of feel like you need to take this and run with it, is what it's saying with this Knight of Wands. You see, he's got this one wand. But the Knight of Wands, on a personal level, he can represent you just moving towards desire or the things that you desire to do. The problem with most people, all of us really, is that we're raised that we can't live our desires. It's like I once heard a lady, I don't remember who it was, but she was basically saying by the time we're like 2 years old, we've heard the word no like 50,000 times or something like crazy like that. I don't remember what the number is. It might be 15 million. Who the hell knows? But, again, the whole point is that by the time we're 2 years old, we've heard no so much that it's like it becomes a part of us. No starts to become a part of us. And, I feel like this is you saying yes for whatever reason. And, I kind of feel some of you are starting to say yes to adventures that you'd normally say no to. You're saying yes to kind of spontaneous opportunity. Again, he represents being spontaneous, doing things that, kind of just maybe get sparked into your awareness that you become aware of, like the Star. You have very inspirational stuff here. Star, Ace of Wands, and the Sun. I always say we are in a very inspirational time with Pluto going into Aquarius, and I think we should follow our inspirations times 1,000 right now. But, I feel like you're actually doing it with this card. It's like you're taking something and running with it. I feel it's very fulfilling. And again, I feel this is there are like two energies that I think everyone should pay attention to for the rest of your life until you're dead, right? Plain and simple. If you want to have a good life for the rest of your life, I would be paying attention to your inspirations and make sure that you are doing things that inspire other people. These don't have to be crazy, anything. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. And it could literally be you inspiring one person. You could just be doing something that no one in your family has ever done before, and that's enough. So that, and I also feel we need to make sure that we're focusing on fulfillment and doing things that bring joy, more joy, happiness, love, abundance to the world, and also to ourselves. And if we do that, then we're doing what we're supposed to be doing. And I feel there's a lot of fulfillment coming in for you here. Again, the Ace of Wands is like out with the old, in with the new. And we also see this right here. The Two of Wands, out with the old, in with the new. He's literally this wand behind him. It stands on its own. It doesn't, it's complete. The Two of Wands kind of does represent making progress, completing one thing, and then moving forward with the next thing. It's like saying that it's time for you to start, have a new beginning, or have a creative new beginning, a passionate new beginning with the Ace of Wands. With the Ace of Wands, you have the Knight of Swords. I think it will move quickly as well. Again, I would watch very similar to Pisces reading. So if you have Pisces in your chart, I would watch it. Not exactly the same. They had a lot of different stuff, but still, I think that if something is meant for you, it's going to progress rather quickly. And again, I like to stress, I always have to stress that this does not mean that things are going to be perfect. Someone always tells me they started their business, they stubbed their toe, and now it's ruined. I'm like, okay, well, number one, get over yourself. Number two, it's like, yeah, things are going to happen. Things are going to pop up. But for the most part, 51% of the time, are things going the right direction? In moving forward, if the answer is yes, then that is this right here. That is speed. That is things moving forward. So for the most part, are you getting sign symbols, synchronicities that things are going the right direction? With the Nine of Cups, you have the Nine of Swords here. I feel that, you need to kind of like end this right here. This could be a never-ending nightmare. The King of Swords and the Queen of Swords. So anything that has been stuck on repeat, I think it's saying like, okay, it's time to move forward. If you feel like, I would also say here that, if you feel like if you're thinking, oh, I'm about to take this second chance, or I'm about to try XYZ again, I feel like this is saying, well, if something hasn't worked out like 10 times, it's time to move on from it. With the Knight of Wands here, you have the Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles is a card of kind of like needing to make progress. He is like a card of being too cautious. So I do feel it is time for you to take some bigger risks in your life as well. I feel like risk taking would be a good idea for you. Next in the area, what are we doing? Oh yeah, your blockages here. You have this card that says beating a dead horse. That's what I was getting on the Nine of Swords. I was getting this like over and over and over again. I feel like it's saying, do you really need to repeat something? So again, for your blockages, it says, don't know when to walk away when something is clearly not working. I feel like something is not working with that Nine of Swords, and it's like the second you let go of it, you're gonna find something that does. You have this card that says excessively giving, not standing in your value and receiving what you truly are worth. So make sure that you are kind of receiving your value, kind of like Nine of Pentacles energy. On the Nine of Pentacles, the lady, she has 3 pentacles on one side and 6 on the other. It says that she keeps, more than enough energy for herself, but she's willing to give 3 pentacles to any situation in her life. So make sure you're not like over giving. You have the Emperor, the 2 of Wands, and the 6 of Swords. So taking action could be a little bit of a blockage for you at this time. Again, I feel like the solution is simple. It is to take action on whatever new direction you'd like to take in your life. The Nine of Swords could be a hamster wheel as well. It's like if you're overthinking something with the Nine of Swords, it just says, it's like, are you going to stay in this energy of overthinking something over and over and over again, or are you just going to get started, right? And so I feel like this way, it's saying, instead of like thinking like, oh, I'm going to start this business, or, oh, I'm going to go start dating so I can meet a new person, and then just overthinking it, it's like saying, just go and do it, because then you're going to relieve the pressure. I feel like a certain level, it's almost popping into my head as pressure that needs to be released here. So it's like the second you release the pressure, you'll be happy. You have the 2 of Wands. Again, as far as a blockage is concerned, he is standing at the top of his castle. He's standing where he has always been, and he needs to go have new experiences. So I do feel for a lot of you, this is saying like it would be a good time for you to go have some new experiences. You also have the 6 of Swords. 6 of Swords, again, moving on to calmer shores. I do feel a lot of you could be releasing, or it's like you need to release old things from the past, old ideas, outdated ideas. And, they're completely starting over, like I said. So, I feel for a lot of you, this is about you completely moving on from what you have always known and like taking the risk to start over somewhere new or in a new area of life. And again, I think everybody is doing this right now, literally. I literally said to Pisces that I think we're kind of like entering into the new earth. We're already in it. So, that's what I'll say there. And part of the new earth is to enter into co-creation, love, joy, happy energy, better energy, but we have to like create it, With the Emperor, you have the 4 cups. Yes, pouring into one thing. I actually love this 4 cups. This is from the White Sage Tarot. And you can see those 3 cups are pouring into 1 cup. I almost feel that's what you need to do. It's like you need to put all your energy into one thing instead of being scattered. And again, you have that excessively giving card, which says you could be giving too much to too many energies around you. It doesn't even have to be people. It could be, things that you do, activities, whatever. And I feel like you need to look at the things that are stealing from you and then look at the things that are fulfilling you and do more of that. With the 2 of Wands, you have the 2 of Pentacles. Yes, literally what I just said, because 2 of Pentacles, work hard, play hard, but it says if you're only doing one or the other, then you're going to have a hard time. So make sure to balance your energy. With the 6 of Swords, you have the 7 of Pentacles. Big change in direction in your life. There's probably a big change coming in for you between now and the end of the year here, Cancer. It just seems to me like there could be a big change, some sort of shakeup or something like that. Next, in the area of advice from your guides and your ancestors, your future self, everybody, you have this water card. It says creation on it, and you have this joy card, this music card. It says joy on it. So I feel like you need to create at this time more joy, happiness, love, abundance. You have the Sun, which literally just says everything that I just said. So I feel it is time for you to create more good energy in your life. You have the Sun, the Ace of Swords, and the Justice card. Again, I feel like your guides, your ancestors, your future self, they all want you to focus at this time. Ace of Swords, again, is like laser like focus. It is about being very focused on one thing, at a time, kind of like drawing your focus on to one thing at a time. And even the sun here is about your attention. So the sun, sometimes we kind of, it's kind of hard for me to explain, but the sun shines a light on things that you need to pay attention to. It is the best card in the tarot, but to me, I think tarot represents things like energies we have to work with. And so the sun can call attention to things that bring you joy, happiness, abundance in life. But unless you start taking action on those things, unless you start making those things happen and putting energy into things that make you feel all of those feelings, nothing is going to happen. So I really feel that's what this is saying. And I'm pretty sure in your last reading, one of your last readings, I was saying that you need to release your inner child. I feel maybe the energy has become too serious. King of Swords, Queen of Swords, that is a very boring, serious type of energy. So maybe you need to just do more things that bring you joy, happiness, abundance, positive energy, positive vibes, whatever you want to call it. And, I feel like that'll lead to a lot more success. You have the Justice card as well. And the Justice card is about balance and balancing things out. So I feel like you are, and same with the Ace of Swords, is about balance. Two of Pentacles, balance. So I think you need to balance your energy out. Make sure you're not over giving to anything, and that you're doing a lot of giving to yourself. So let's see here. If you don't know what works, by the way, this is, again, advice from your future self. I do feel that your future self is saying, hey, make sure you're not wasting time. Justice is pretty simple. It's cause and effect. If you give energy to something, do you get energy back? If the answer is yes, then you can keep investing energy into whatever it is. If the answer is no, then stop and put your energy in something else. With the Sun, you have the Ace of Cups. A lot of happiness coming in for you. I feel there's a ton of happiness and joy coming in for you here. I feel like the universe is almost trying to make something easy for you, is what I'm getting here. I don't know. It's kind of a weird message that I'm getting here, but it's almost like you might be overcomplicating a story. I feel like you've asked for the universe for something, and the universe could be delivering it, but you could also be making it complicated by adding things on. Let me just give you an example. If you're asking for love here, you could be saying maybe you've asked the universe for love. I feel like the universe has delivered. The universe is like, here's a person. So you might be interested in a person, maybe a new person has started working where you work, and it could be that person, right? It's like the universe has delivered. But now I feel this is, for whatever reason, I feel like this is, the universe is saying, now you're saying, well, it can't be that easy, so now I need to make a certain amount of money before I can ask this person out. Or it's almost like you're adding a condition. I'm not calling you out, but I totally am. But what I would say here is that I feel like this is saying, don't add conditions to something that is like a gift from the universe. It could also be an idea. You could be saying, maybe you've asked for a business idea or more success with your business or your career. It's like the universe has delivered, but it's I feel it's I don't know, that's what's popping into my head. Don't add conditions. With the Ace of Swords, you have the High Priestess. Definitely time to trust your intuition. The High Priestess here is about a lot of potential as well. She's the card of potential because she normally has no roof over her head. It says there's no limit to what she can accomplish, but she just has to go do it. So I feel for a lot of you, it's time for you to, there are no limits. I feel like you need to make something happen. With the Justice card, you have the Lovers. Definitely love. There definitely could be love coming in for you for sure. And it could feel like justice. You could feel like the universe is rewarding you for what you've been through. But again, make sure there's equal give and take here with the Justice card. It could also be a choice that you want. So I like it. We're pulling 5 main themes. You have this Me Talks card, detox, but Me Talks, and it says repairing the body, mind, and spirit. Great time for this. We have these retrogrades going on right now if you're watching these videos when I put them out. So great time to detox, Me Talks, whatever you want to call it, and heal yourself. You have the Eight of Wands here. I feel like there could be communication coming in for you because clearly you have that Messenger card. I do feel there could be an important message about some sort of abundance coming in for you because you have this this corn card right here, which we'll talk about in just a minute. The corn card is kind of like a card of abundance and success, or having a harvest. And so what I would say is that there could be communication coming in that area of your life. Here you go. You have the corn, which is like having a harvest and growing something. And it would be something that is going to be successful pretty quickly. Eight of Wands, again, is a card of speed. It's like a card of things happening fast. So I feel there could be a big harvest coming in for you. Of course, you had to work for this harvest. You don't just walk into a field and magically corn appears, right? So if you haven't done any work, then nothing's going to happen. But I kind of also feel that, though. I feel like this is saying, things will grow where you plant seeds. So, again, with balancing your energy here, if you put energy into something and you see growth, keep planting in that direction, plain and simple. You have this netcaster. It says preparations come to fruition. You've been preparing for a long time. And again, part of me does feel the messenger card is, I do feel there could be important communication about, again, some sort of abundance or something coming in for you. But I also feel that this could be you've been preparing for a long time for like success in work or business. And that, I know that might not seem like a message, but I feel like it is. I feel like it's like the success is the message that you're receiving. You have this mindful card. It says groupthink. With Neptune moving into Aries in 2026-ish, like somewhere around there, I would say that we need to be very careful of groupthink. That's like the one danger of that is like everybody, is like the world trying to find a savior. Like I always say that, according to Chris's crappy astrology here, Neptune and Aries, we'll probably see like a lot of cults and things like that starting because people are might start looking for answers about whatever the hell they're looking for answers for. And your job is to find your own answers, plain and simple, right? But this looks very good. So thank you for being here, Cancer, and definitely enjoy your month.